Please join us in welcoming Managing Partner for SPS Affinity, Peggy Lee.
Well, hello, how are you? How's everyone doing? Peggy Lee is my name, and we run a very interesting company called SPS Affinity. Essentially, we do Chinese marketing strategy and Chinese social media, but with a difference. So today, the topic is, after what Boone said yesterday, as well as what Isam said this morning, well, Chinese are coming back. So what do they want? How do we know what they want? So hopefully with my presentation, it helps to give a little bit of glimpse on what is to come. So a little bit of an agenda, understanding the customers, what expected, how to reach them. So Chinese obviously top the driving GCC growth. These figures are conservatively done, and they will evolve. And I really don't need to say more than this. But I'm going to dissect the market in a very different way. Oh, sorry. Chinese consumer are very optimistic. So this is a figure that I pulled from the McKinsey Chinese Consumer Report. Now, as you can see, optimistic comes still in a high way, 49% from the Chinese. Obviously, there's a still mix, and the mix ratio is diminishing, and safety is one of the factors which I will go through in a bit of a later time. So I want to bring these new breed of consumer when every time people ask me, well, Peggy, how do we look at the differentiation between marketing to the Chinese to the north or down to the south from Hong Kong, where I'm proudly from? And I always say to them, we don't look at it just by the terrain. We need to look at them differently as the demographic. And what I meant by that is you would have people who are earning 20,000 in Guangzhou who will also be earning 20,000 in Beijing. Now, their way of disposable income is relatively equal because they're tier one city. So therefore, they're able to spend on different things are interesting. And she economy is one of the new breed that I would love to bring to the focus. What do we mean by she economy? Is the female spending. So when we look at it this way is the figures are staggering. 2/3 of the world's self-made female billionaire is from China. They exceed US and they exceed UK. China is home to nearly 400 million female consumers, and their spending yearly is equal to a combine of Germany, France, and British retail market. And this is yet to grow. They make a lot of decisions because we play many different hats. We're wife, we're employee, we're mothers, we're daughter. So therefore, every stage of our life, every stage of different relationship, the level of spending evolves. And therefore, of that, we look at the pocket differently. And they hold the key to go on holiday. Where do you want to go? How do you want to spend it? Children, you take them to Oxford for an English course. Or, oh, my son likes football. Why don't I send them to a La Liga football camp? Those are all of them who's going to decision make, not the husband, but the wife. And this is where it becomes a very interesting. And the other thing is their spending pattern evolves from different time of the year. It's no longer just about them going on adventure holiday with theme parks or etc. We have a lot of medical travel. And the ladies' medical travel obviously go to popular countries like Korea, Japan, and various others. And this is where this evolution comes in. The other one I always say is the young and curious. And the young and curious is particular so of the FIT. So they like to plan their own trips. They're the ones that who now get into the likes of Spartan, Ironman, loving the new F1 and various others. The biggest demographic that we need to look at is esport, the gaming, which is the very, very big one to come. China is home to 668 million video gamers. China now has dedicated gaming theme hotels with the highest speed Wi Fi for them to play the likes of Halo and whatever. And they will literally rent a room with friends, four people, and just game out for one day and leave the room. This is how crazy this is. Adventure. But also, because China is so big, they love to do all the Instagram moment to show their friends is my pocket is deep enough to travel, see where I've been. And this is where it becomes interesting, where the new breed of touristic attraction who gives the experience will be where they really wanted to go because they want to show people, see, I found this place that you have not found. This is the one that, thanks to my mom, I call them the golden wanderers. So these are your aunties, your mom, who are happily with no grandchildren they want to look after. They have friends, they want to go out, they want to have a good time. And they are the ones that hold a very, very big pocket to spend and who are basically say, you know what, I have money, I work hard enough, I want to go party. Where do I want to go party? Who friends I want to go party with? So these are what I call the golden wanderer because they can wander aimlessly so long as their pocket can facilitate. So they are the ones who likes to go have a good time to eat. Some of them even just to go, hey, I want to go and learn pottery in Portugal. So they have these type of different excursions and flavorful experience tours that they wanted to see. Now, when we talk about Chinese consideration, like what Boon said yesterday, I break it down because hospitality comes with all these factors. Safety, obviously, is paramount to the Chinese, in particular, so with all the recent activities, as well as locally where we're at. Authentic theme, meaning-wise, it's no longer just the big hotel, big name. They want to see things like Arabian tea house style, Alpha Haiti, those type. Or they want to go and see old palaces being turned into boutique hotels. Those are all the relevant ideas that they want to see. And proactive customer service. And what I meant by proactive customer service is Chinese speaking, I have to say, is essential, especially in the extent of when you need to deal with their preferences and when you want to upsell to these people. Because if you don't speak the language, how do you want to understand who they are? How do you get personalized? Just like what Jamie said yesterday with Polaris, is you dive into the customer habit in order to understand and create these unique moments that they see they wanted to go. Independent and boutique hotels are gaining outright, and this is exactly what I said. We can see it from the figure. It time and time again speaks louder is that personalization, experience, experience, experience. Entertainment, activity, how do we want to get them to spend? What is across the board? So this will give a nice understanding of where you should market your product. How do you uniquely market your product? Are you a city hotel? Are you a resort? Are you a Michelin star restaurant? Are you a characterized shack? What are you? How do you get to your customers? And the next thing is looking at what is the thinking of a Chinese traveler before they get out of the house. So this is something that we call the big wheel of thinking. So we start with the dreaming, the planning, the booking, the experiencing, and the sharing. Now, experiencing sharing is one of those things that is very gratifying. Chinese like the instant posting. Instant posting. Now, if you look at all the different signs that are put next to it, these are all the different useful platforms that every single Chinese user uses. No longer they are just going through websites. These are all the go-to that where they book and play and show. And understanding the Chinese unique map. Who does what? what product do you use against your property, your restaurant? So this gives a nice understanding of how these different medium, different channel will suit you. Because you don't switch on everything. You only switch on the ones that is relevant to you. Chinese social media. I really don't need to say more. The figures really sits there and waving at you in a way SOS style. Look at me, I'm here. Come and talk to me, use me. Because there's so many of us, and this is how much spending we will use, and this is how much we can do. It really, really tells a lot. Chinese love the TikTok. I mean, it starts from Douyin, then it turned into the international version of TikTok. Every single video is under with 1 minute. You need to capture them already in the first 20 seconds. You don't capture, you lose them. Masalama is the word. Then what does social do? So we break it down. Little Red Book is, I personally call it the Chinese Instagram. There's a lot of pretty pictures. The girls like to go and look for the fashion tips, beauty tips, etc. And this is one of the ways where they start looking at holidays. Douyin, which is TikTok, I really don't need to say more. WeChat is a super app between a WhatsApp, e-commerce, payment, everything that we do is no longer just people look at it as, yeah, as WeChat is how the Chinese communicate. No, this is way more than that. And this is what I keep telling everyone, the inception stage. Crafting an authentic local offering, social media is essential. Scaling with the right channel partner. Create a seamless travel experience for the digital savvy Chinese, and most of all, if you can, get onto the Chinese payment is very, very relevant. And this is what we recommend the hotel partners that need to have, the restaurateurs. And finally, this is my little summary to take away is they will return, no matter how, no matter what. Are you ready for them? If you're not ready for them, how are you going to get yourself ready for them? And this is me, who will hopefully help you to get ready for them. So thank you, thank you, thank you.